Good afternoon. I come to you today from an undisclosed location. Apparently, there are some government agencies that do not want me to give you the information that I'm about to give you and the information I gave you in parts 1 and part 2. Last Thursday, I was driving along in my car and another car came out of nowhere and hit the side of my car. I managed to get away, but I suspect that it was one of these agents of the government. So, today I'm bringing you, despite considerable hardship to myself, part 3 of Alien Numbers. And I want you to know, you probably didn't recognize me today because I'm in disguise. I shaved off my mustache so that the government agents wouldn't recognize me. I think it's working because it's been several days since I've seen any of them following me. Some of you have expressed some concern about the veracity of my story. I'm going to address your concerns right now. Number one, I'm going to give you some inside information into one of the alien spaceships, the flying saucer. As you know, maybe you don't know, they have a mothership on the other side of the moon, and they use these flying saucers to come into Earth's atmosphere. Now I'm going to tell you something nobody has ever told you before about these flying saucers. You know from the news media that they can stop and shift direction immediately. How do they do that? If you or I were in one of these flying saucers and it stopped and shifted direction immediately, like let's say we're going this way and all of a sudden we start going that way, our eyes would probably pop out of our head. Well, what they do is very simple. The entire cockpit of the flying saucer rotates 180 degrees when they make a change like that. So, if you're flying along this direction and you want to go that direction, immediately the entire cockpit will shift around like this so that you're always receiving the G-forces eyeballs in. Okay, that's very important. So, I'm giving you that information to help prove to you my story. The next thing, some of you pointed out to me that the photos I showed you last time, oops, there we go. These two photos look similar to some NASA photos. Now, I went and got a NASA photo. Here it is. And I compared the two. This is the one the aliens gave me, the aliens took or gave me, and this is the NASA photo. Let me put those the other way around. See, it says NASA right there. Okay, they are very similar, I agree. So there's two possibilities here. Number one, the aliens took, by coincidence, a very similar picture to NASA. However, I'm willing to admit there is a second possibility. The second possibility is the aliens jacked the photo from NASA, cut off the top, and sent me this one, saying that they had taken the picture themselves. It kind of makes me mad. If any of you aliens are listening, how do you expect me to convince the people of Earth to use your new number system when you give me jacked photos from NASA? I also want to take some time to thank those of you who left positive comments on the website and those of you who believed me. I appreciate that. And especially want to mention a couple of you. I want to thank the Algebra 2 class at University High that turned in their homework using the alien number system. So I appreciate that. I also want to thank the the third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade classes at Horace Mann Elementary School that took the time to learn the alien numbers. Okay, I want to review with you very briefly the number system, the alien number system that I was taught by the space aliens. You have a circle pattern with 3 lines going through it. This is where R0 would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around the inside. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 around the outside. So for example, this number here, like that, you look at the pattern and you would see that is a 9. So I refer you to parts 1 and part 2 to see a fuller explanation of this. I just wanted to review it quickly. On your hand, it would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, do. And then do 1, do 2, do 3, do 4, do 5, do 6, do 7, do 8, do 9, do 10, do 11, 2 do. Now, some people have told me that base 12 number system is too difficult. They're basically whiners. You have to remember, if you grew up with a base 12 system and you'd learn this from early on, and then I came to you and said, oh, there's this new way to count. You can count by tens, a base 10 system, you would think that that was very difficult. You would find that very foreign and you wouldn't want to learn it. Okay, so just because our minds have been conditioned to using a base 10 system doesn't mean that that's the best possible system. I explain in part 1 and part 2 why this is a superior system. So help me to spread it, spread the word, send this video link to other people, and we can get the Earth so that it's using the new number system, and that way we can begin to trade with the rest of the galaxy. Thank you. Okay, I want to introduce to you the Alien Number Challenge. Okay, I'm putting a challenge out there. Here's a number, an alien number, and I want to see who can be the first person to say what that number would be in our primitive Earth system, Earth-based system. And here's another alien number, and I want to see who the first person can be to say what that number is in our primitive Earth-based 10 system. Okay, so whoever can figure out what these two numbers are and post them on the website, the YouTube website, I'm going to send you a free picture that the aliens took. I hope they didn't jack it, of the International Space Station as they were whizzing by it in their flying saucer. So go ahead, the challenge is open. Let's see who can be the first person to figure out what these two numbers are. I just want to wrap this part 3 up, and I want to say I have a strange urging to revisit the site from which I was abducted. This is the first time I felt that way. However, I am going to go to the desert, to the spot where I was abducted, and I just feel I need to do that. I don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully I'll be back with part 4 to tell you.